Hi everyone, in today's tutorial, we will learn what is SQLite database in Python. We will learn how to configure it, how database and tables can be created using command line tool and other GUI tool. And then we will see how we can perform CRUD operations on SQLite database in Python program. I am assuming that you have fundamental knowledge of database concepts, then only you will be able to understand this tutorial. Let me show you first Python official website link of SQLite database. I have opened my browser. Here you can see we have a python.org official website. Here with Python 3.13.3 version, we have SQLite 3 database API interfaces operations. We can learn so many things of SQLite 3 in Python program with this link. There is a one official link of SQLite.org site. I have already opened this link. SQLite 3 is a lightweight, self-contained and serverless database engine that uses SQL for managing data. Unlike traditional databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL, it is often used in mobile apps like Android, a small scale web app, and for testing larger database driven system. If you are looking for a simple, reliable way to handle structured data, SQLite 3 is a great choice. Okay, now I'm going to click on the download link here so that we can download its bundle. Here you can see there are multiple categories. We can get the source code, we can get the documentation, we can get pre-compiled binaries for Windows or Mac. So I am using a Windows operating system, so I am interested in this bundle command line tool, this tool. As soon as I click on this link, I was able to download few application files. Okay, so that I have already opened here. So these four application files will be downloaded in your 1zip folder. You have to export it and you have to place these four files into one folder like SQLite 3 folder. I have put these files on my C drive. So once you place these four application files on your machine, you have to configure this path of SQLite 3 applications tools on your environment variable window. Here you can copy this path and add into your path variable. Then you will be able to fire SQLite commands on your command line tools. So let's create a new database and new table through command line tool. We have to go to the tool path, right? I am opening my command prompt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new database here. Okay, I'm typing SQLite 3 and the database name. Let me take shopping cart db. If I want to create a new table inside this database, then you have to type command for creating new tables. Okay, I have this command handy to save some time. I'm going to fire this command to create new users table. There are two columns, ID that is primary key, other is name that is for user name. I have pressed enter, so table is created in the database. Okay, just type dot tables command. You can see there is a single table in this database that is called user. Okay, if you want to get all the rows from this table, just type in select asterisk from users. So we are not getting anything as we do not have any row in this table. I have also a statement to insert one row in this table. I just press enter, and if you type the select command again, you will be able to see a one record. ID is 1 and name is Paul. Okay, so this way on this command line tool, we can perform any operation. If you want help regarding to your commands, you can get dot help, which will show you a number of commands, right? You can also see on the same path if one database has been created. All right. So what we are going to do next, we are going to create a Python program that will use this database and get some data and perform some CRUD operations. So let me minimize all these windows and I'm using PyCharm editor. Okay. In PyCharm editor, I have created a demo project where I have created a one demo file which will connect with database and which will get some data. Okay, right? So I'm gonna import SQLite 3 module. That is a default module. We don't need to install any package. It comes with Python bundle. Now I'm going to use one function of SQLite 3, that is connect. Here I would like to mention the database path which I have just created through command line tool. Alright. I'm going to use connection.execute function. Here I will pass my statement that select a string from users, right? And then I will take a object name and then I'll apply a for f in C, right? I will say print id equals to f, that is 0. For another I will take, that would be the name, right? I have to close the connection with close function. Okay, that is it. Let me run the program. Okay, you will see that we have one record that is being displayed on the output window, right? Now let's add two more record into this table, right? I'm just saying connection dot execute, right? This is the same user table. Okay, and here I have to commit the records. Okay, let me fire the query again and see what are total rows from the tables. Okay, and the program will see that we have three record now. You see, if you want to see your newly inserted row through the command line tool, that can also be seen, right? If you type the query again, select a stick from user, then you will be able to see all three records as you can see here. Let's say you want to insert a row from this command line tool. So what you can do? Let me copy this command. I say row number 5 and say Rohan and I press enter. If you select the users table again, you will be able to see the Rohan records. Okay, let me remove the code. Now you will see Rohan's record here on the output window. You see? Now let's update one record from this Python program. I have one command. We are using execute function and we have used update statement. We're updating users. We are setting name Paul where ID is 1. Okay. Once the data is committed on this database, you will be able to see the record at the first position with updated name. Okay. Let me run the program again. You will see that name is updated. In the same way, if you want to delete any row, that you have to just use delete from user where ID is 1. Okay. Let me run the program. You will see that all record is no more. Okay. Let me use CUR connection dot cursor. Okay, on this cursor we can use fetch one or fetch all. Right? Fetch one means we will be getting always first record from the table. All right. Okay. So let me say result and just run the program. Okay. So this is not a list object. We can easily print this object, right? We have to take a object here, I believe, and then c dot fetch one. Maybe now this will help. Now working. It will return a single record from the table. We have fetch all also. Fetch all. Then you will be able to get more records. Okay, it is returning a list. Let me roll back the code a bit. This is a for loop and c fetch all. Right now, let's see the result here. You can see that this is a print statement that printed all the records as a list and other output is just iterating each records one by one. So far, we have performed CRUD operations of SQLite 3 in Python easily. And we have cross-verify the records in SQLite 3 command line tools. But I found that this tool is very difficult to manage. So what option we have to manage SQLite databases? So this tool is quite complex. There could be so many type of mistake on this command line tool. So we don't want to use this tool. Instead, we want to use one GI tool that will manage our all database related task very easily. Okay. I have a one link open that is a SQLitebrowser.org. This is the official site of SQLite browser. We can easily install this tool on our machine. If you have Windows, take the Windows version. If you have Mac, then you can take the Mac version. Okay, let's check. It's a GitHub official site and we will see that it's a open source tool. So this is the view of this tool. Here if you see that DB browser for SQLite is a high quality visual open source tool to create, design and edit database files compatible with SQLite. Okay. If you want to see the release, which version we can install, so you can find 41 releases here so far, and we have the reference of the installers as well, right? I have Windows machine, I have 64-bit machine, so I downloaded this version of installer. So I have downloaded this file on my machine. Okay, so after downloading this MSI file on my machine, you will get an installer like this. I have already installed this tool on my machine, so I will show you how this tool works. That is DB browser for SQLite. If you want to open your recently created database into this tool, that you have to just click on open database, and then I have just clicked on it. Okay, now you will be able to see a one table that is created by our command line tool that is there. We had created these tables. If you want to see the records from this table, you just type in select strict from users. As you execute it, you will be able to see all three records, right? As you can see over here, all three records here. Okay, if you want to perform any operation on your tables views, you can easily perform. If you want to create a new table, right? Create table. You can type in any name and then you have to just add your fields. Okay.
That brings us to the end of the today's video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on all things tech related. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video.